me, Talk to Me advanced screening.
Don't mind me, just rocking out to you in this moment.
The thing that's like the stock, because it gets worth all of these. They have to market it as what's if someone's let me see. Yeah, things like experimental products. Yeah, stuff like I like a scenario, like just selling. I remember.
Check my review, Talk to Me, on Letterboxd. Boogie, thanks. No, I just remembered.
So thanks to Letterboxd, I have the privilege to see an advance screening of Talk to Me down at Palace Barracks. The movie doesn't come out until the 27th of July, so another about 2 or 3 weeks to go. Let me give you some pre-thoughts before I see the movie. So the first thought I have is, I saw the poster at my local event cinemas and I was like, this looks okay. Saw the trailer and my first thoughts of the trailer was, they revealed way too much and I feel like if I see this movie, it's going to be a waste of my time. But you know, I got an email saying, hey, and I was like, alright, let's go. So, we'll see how it goes. I'm kind of on the fence with this. I hopefully, fingers crossed, it blows my expectations, or at least proves to me that I don't find horror movies boring, and at least proves to me that, you know, it was worth going to. So fingers crossed. I'll be back with a full review in a bit. First of all, this is a call out to Alice Howard. Add this to a list of fucked up films. Trust me, girl, you're gonna add it to your fucked up film list. Okay, so I'm gonna take Alice Howard. Second of all, there's going to be spoilers in this. Oh my gosh. So, you all know how a few thousand videos back I said horror movies are boring? I fucking take that back. I don't. Okay, so it's by 2 Australian filmmakers who I believe are brothers. I cannot think of their names off the top of my head. Michael and Daniel, yes. This follows a group of friends who, you know, decide to play with an Ouija board styled hand. You can see where this is going. And they think it's all just pure fun and games, and some of them think it's just, you know, make-believe. Until chaos goes wrong. And they let in spirits. And it all leads down to one young teen, Mia, who has to deal with the consequences of her actions, or of their actions, and all of them have to come and like figure out what they're doing. But in the end, it just ends up repeating that cycle. Now, oh fucking shit. The cinema session I saw, it was a packed session. It was an event screening preview. It's probably like another 2 weeks out before it actually comes. There was males in my session. They screamed like high-pitched squeals. We were all freaking laughing. We were all scared. This film, I feel like this film, I know it's a really bad comparison, but I feel like it's in the same realm as Les Miserables, where, you know, it deals with comedy, it deals with laughter, it deals with sadness, and then it deals with the horror. Kind of like how Les Miserables does with comedy, sadness, you know, horror, grief and all that, but with horror. It's a wild ride, because you don't know what you're getting into. Like, it throws you into the story straight away. It does not muck you around. The first scene that opens up is a party, and next thing you know, 2 people are dead. And you're sitting there going, what the fuck just happened? And then it ends up to a funeral scene, and you're like, oh, this must be related. No, these 2 scenes aren't related to each other. These people don't know each other. So you're following this young teenager who's grieving, and she's dealing with the anniversary of her mother's death. She's not really close to anybody, but she does have a best friend, and she's kind of dealing with her best friend's, I guess, you know, the friendship that you kind of struggle with when you're in high school years. But outside of that, she doesn't really have any friends. So she's trying to be part of the cool kids group, who is kind of like, yeah, we'll bring you along because we're friends with your friend, and yeah. And so they start bringing out the Ouija hand and have some fun with it. Oh my god. It is so chaotic. It's brilliantly done. Highly recommend that you see it. Again, I'm going to be taking Alice Howard in this because she deserves to see this, because it's fucked up. It's a full cycle film, and even at the ending, like, oh, thank you Letterboxd for sending out the email, because I didn't realize that I should see this. I do apologize, because at the beginning of this film I said I went in with low expectations because I think it's going to be pure trash. It is not pure trash. It is well worth seeing. It made me fall in love with horror movies. which is really weird to say because, you know, I already went on a huge gripe about how I hate horror movies because they're boring. But this made me love horror movies. It's a perfect balance of laughter, a perfect balance of death, perfect balance of understanding grief and how it can affect you, perfect balance of why we don't play with the Ouija boards. As a child who had a dad who loved playing with the Ouija boards, actually no, my dad had an Ouija board, told me not to touch it because I didn't know what I was going to bring into this world. This is a perfect example of why you don't play with things you don't know about. Because it's absolutely terrifying. The prosthetics team and makeup team, oh my god, they did a fantastic job. They were fucking scary. But yes, see Talk to Me. It is worth seeing. I recommend that you see it during the daytime. Because right now it's nearly 9 PM at night and I have to figure out how I'm getting home without being scared of my own shadow. The people who were sitting next to me, which is like a row of guys, they pretty much shat themselves. The row in front of me, which is a mix of males and females, they all said that they're not going to sleep tonight. So this movie is top tier horror. This movie absolutely deserves the recognition and scenes. By the way, can I get more of this? I mean, I know I said it's fucked up and it's really terrifying, but can I get more of this? Please, like, fucking, it's insane, but like, can I get more of this? Please?